It starts on a cloudy afternoon in Spokane, Washington. The kind of quiet day where nothing feels urgent, until it is. Officer Meyer is behind the wheel. Patrolling solo. Cruising slowly past rows of modest homes. Windshield wipers ticking in rhythm. His radio crackles. Dispatch comes in soft but clear. A civilian just flagged down another unit. Said 2 men were involved in a crash, hit a parked car. Now they're just walking away like it never happened. No panic. No rush. Just, walking. Officer Meyer turns the cruiser. Eye scanning both sidewalks. He knows the look, people trying to act normal after something stupid. Then, up ahead. He spots them. 2 men. One shirtless. The other twitchy, rubbing his nose, looking everywhere but forward. They don't notice him at first. Not until he slows down. And then, without a word, the man in front takes off. Hard left, straight into someone's backyard. It's not a sprint. It's panic. Meyer's out of the car in a flash. Door swings wide. Boots hit pavement. He's running. Through the grass. Past a fence. Behind a row of garbage bins. He's calling out. Police. Stop running. But the guy's not stopping. It's not a chase anymore. It's a hunt. And Meyer knows he's alone for now. He rounds the corner. And there the suspect is. Cornered in someone's backyard. Hands empty. Breathing heavy. But then, he picks something up. It's not just a stick. It's thick. Solid. Like a club. He grips it with both hands. Meyer doesn't hesitate. Gun comes up. Voice steady. Put it down. Drop the stick now. Tension freezes the air. Rain starts to tap gently on the hood of a nearby shed. The suspect doesn't swing. But he doesn't drop it either. He stares. Wide-eyed. Unblinking. Fingers flexing on the handle. Meyer holds position. Breathing slow. Every muscle tight. He doesn't want to shoot. But he's ready. Seconds feel like hours. And then, the suspect steps back. 1 foot. Then another. Still holding the stick. But he's backing away. He turns. Climbs a wooden fence behind him. Disappears over the top. Meyer doesn't follow. Not yet. He radios for backup. His gun still raised. He moves around the side of the house. Tactical. Controlled. And just as he gets back to the front street. There he is. The suspect. Walking calmly. Down the road. Stick still in hand. Like none of it just happened. Backup arrives. 2 units pull up fast. Lights spinning. Doors open. Meyer steps forward again. Put it down. On the ground, now. Finally, the man listens. He drops the stick. Gets on his knees. Lays face down on the wet pavement. Officers move in. Handcuffs click. The danger, for now, is over. But the real story. That's just beginning. They sit him on the curb. His chest rises and falls like he just ran a marathon. He won't make eye contact. He mumbles. Didn't mean no harm, they came after me first, had to protect myself. The other guy, the one who didn't run, is now standing off to the side. Silent. Nervous. Watching everything. Turns out, he was the driver. He hit the parked car. And his friend panicked. But panic became resistance. Resistance became a weapon. And a weapon brought them 1 step from disaster. Officer Meyer exhales slowly. The adrenaline is still in his chest. But the situation is under control. No one's hurt. No weapons drawn, except his. He holsters his sidearm. Checks the cuffs. Secure. Double locked. Then he steps back. Letting the other officers take over. The suspect keeps talking. Rambling. Not aggressive, just confused. Sweaty. Scattered. Hi. One of the officers pulls out a field drug test. It's just procedure. But everyone already knows what it'll say. Meanwhile, the second guy, the one who didn't run, he's clean. At least, on the surface. He admits to driving. Says he panicked too, but didn't run. Just a fender bender. No injuries. No damage that can't be fixed. But now, it's a felony investigation. Because one man ran. And picked up a stick. Officer Meyer walks back to his cruiser. Rain patters on the roof. Wipers beat softly. He writes the report. It's technical. Dry. Just facts. But the memory is anything but dry. Because that stick? That wasn't just wood. It was a decision point. A trigger. An invitation to chaos. And Meyer didn't take it. He could have fired. And he'd have been within policy. Suspect with a weapon. Ignoring commands. Advancing. But he didn't pull the trigger. He chose the harder route. The slower breath. The voice command. The chance. And that made all the difference. Later that day, back at the precinct, Meyer sits at his desk. The body cam footage is uploaded. Paperwork filed. Chain of custody established. Stick logged into evidence. Case number, SPK 2351B. But in his mind, it's not just paperwork. He replays the scene. The glance. The step back. The stare. He wonders, what if the guy had swung? What if backup had been slower? What if his voice had cracked? In this job, you don't get rehearsal. Every decision is the show. Live. Unfiltered. With lives at stake. But not every win ends in applause. No headlines. No news crews. Just the satisfaction of keeping the peace, quietly. Safely. That stick, lying in a sealed evidence bag, will never make the news. But Meyer will remember it. Not because it almost became a weapon. But because it didn't. Because someone held the line. Because training kicked in. Because control won over impulse. As he drives home that night, city lights blur past the rain-smeared windshield. His uniform still damp. Radio quiet now. For a moment. He thinks about his wife. His kid's soccer game he missed. The text he never replied to. Normal life stuff. But then he remembers that face, wild eyes, locked on his. And the stick, like a silent dare. And he thinks, that could have gone different. But it didn't. And that's what matters. Not every cop story ends in tragedy. Some end in silence. With a man going home. Safe. Alive. Both of them. And that's enough. That's the job. That's the win.